We're gonna have a really spiffy looking banner soon on the Ianthus and Zero Gaming channel. Ooh, we can come up with a really good one for this channel too.
Yeah, we need one for this channel now.
We can bring life to the Mystic Mask guy, whoever the guy is that apparently wears this mask. Or maybe it's just a floating mask on its own, who knows? It's up to you to decide.
I always just pictured it just
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh man, forest fires.
Actually, I could potentially see it being like the floating mask, and then like surrounding it, we got like the Destiny Dragon, and maybe like characters from like Tenju Tenge and stuff like that. Since those are the two established projects.
Yep.
At the moment.
Yep.
Rob, if you look up by Wing Defender there, between his wing and Destiny Dragon's little spike coming off his face, do you notice that white space there that's supposed to be transparent?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Good eyes. We gotta kill it now.
Yep.
I thought I had it all, but nope. It's K. At least it was just
Sometimes
that one.
Sometimes it takes an extra pair of eyes.
Yep.
That's what this sort of thing needs. All the time. Let's see. My internet is dying before my computer does.
Too funny.
Because my computer is doing a whole lot right now. It has OBS on, it has Skype on, it has Google Chrome on, Twitch.
Oh, I should, now that I'm thinking about this, I should actually have this channel being hosted. I could have, goodness. Yeah, I'll host it. Why not? What the hey?
Oh, yeah, what the hey? What the hey?
Right.
Hey. What the hey? Went up to 5 viewers already. I mean, I know there's like probably it's you two and myself, but still, that's more than I was expecting.
Yep.
Host.
They didn't want to talk to us though.
No. They were just observing, and that's fine.
What's this? Oh, it's stupid.
Could be people from Twitch itself. Could be people from any places that I shared it. Who knows?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. You are sharing it all over the place. So that's probably making a...
Yes. KLDraco's Twitch is now hosting MysticMaskMedia. Yep.
Yes,
we help each other.
We just need to make friends and scratch each other's backs.
That's right.
That's how it goes. That's how anyone gets anywhere.
Yep.
Yep.
I've always been a big fan of back scratches.
Back scratches they're okay.
Mystic Mask.
MysticMaskMedia.
Media.
All the M's.
More M's than M&M's.
Yep. I thought we were behind this.
Oh, now we're back up to 4. Somebody's watching.
Yeah, they're probably like, are we going to give out again?
Wonder if it's that same person or if it's a different person.
Never know.
The world may never know.
That's right. Oh, we had a lurker. We had a lurker come in for a moment.
Yay, lurkers. Lurker of the deep.
Yep.
That is a creature. Maybe it was Lurker of the Deep watching this. Is it my turn yet? Soon. Soon, Lurker of the Deep. Soon it will be your turn. So not to worry. Do not worry, anglerfish.
You're doing all this card art actually might even help the Ianthus channel more if I just keep hosting it.
Something's always going on there, at least.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll keep doing this if people want to watch it.
I love watching art streams.
As long as, like, my stupid internet doesn't consistently screw me over, then I can keep doing this.
Yep.
Which it's behaving so far, but
Yeah, I know. You never know.
Sort of, but yeah.
You just never know.
I mean currently
Yeah.
behaving. But I think it waited a while before messing me up before, so it might do it again. Let's see. Maybe it's the weather.
Yeah, I assume it's the weather.
It's been since we moved, it's been pretty good as far as I've seen.
Yeah, anytime we've had to discuss anything or whatever, it seems to be holding up, so.
But it crashed during our play tests, at least after the game is over.
Mm-hmm.
True, yeah. No, it's all been tonight, so I'm assuming it's the weather.
It's okay. Our internet was not acting great earlier either. Everybody's internet got like wiped from the snow.
So note to self: don't stream during bad weather.
Well, the East Coast is kind of unpredictable.
Yep. Got another bit of white space there.
Yes, I do.
I see that. Oh.
Why thing? There we go. Fixed.
Speaking of East Coast, I guess you'll be hearing from that con pretty soon if things go well.
No, I am. I'm just trying to I'm trying to pay them through PayPal and stuff.
Oh, you did hear back.
Yeah, I did. They
Oh.
said that we can get the 2 tables as long as I pay them the $20.
Cool.
Pay us through PayPal as well. I was like, okay.
Cool. I'm trying to get Arc Studios to get like a panel there as well. We had a discussion about that earlier.
I heard that I may have snagged the last 2 tables.
Well, not like a table, but like a panel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Panel.
Yeah.
You might be able to do that.
Well, then it's a good thing I told you about it now.
Yes. Yeah, panel, probably could still do that. Table, I think it's too late. Unless I take too long and they give it to somebody else, which hopefully doesn't happen.
Right.
Oh, did I do that again? Did I do my classic derpy wrong layer?
Did you do it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did something?
Okay, I only did it for this wing part. Good.
Maybe you should lock the layer just in case.
Or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea.
Maybe you should lock the layer just in case.
It's a classic mistake that I make in almost every image.
Yeah, I've had that happen too.
Almost every single one. I don't normally lock layers. There's the lock. Oh, this.
Yep.
There we go. There.
I had like the craziest amount of motivation the past couple days. It was ridiculous. It was nuts. Oh my goodness. It was like, it felt like awesome to be that motivated with art. I was like, a feeling I haven't had in a few years.
I was making this picture, or at least drawing the line art for it. I listened to all the music that pumps me up more than anything.
Oh, that's what I did too. I made this playlist. I actually shared it on some of my pages. I was like, yeah, for anybody who's interested as a special little thingy, because I was kind of doing that in addition to like my 12-year anniversary of my comic. I was like, yeah, so here's 2 playlists I made. It was so much going on, I had to make 2 playlists. One was dedicated to music and AMVs, and the second playlist was scene inspiration / mood. So it's kind of fascinating to see like all of that put together.
General music's usually a pretty good motivator.
Yep. I
You
just made all of the music that I listened to back in like middle school, high school, plus like some new stuff that I've been listening to lately.
just can't fall down the rabbit hole of suddenly clicking through YouTube videos and it never ends.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. My greatest contributor to being lazy and not doing anything, YouTube.
It's
Absolutely YouTube.
it's both motivation and procrastination at the same time. It's really weird.
Oh yeah. It's
I usually have music videos on one screen while I work. I've actually kind of worked that way ever since I was a toddler. Like my parents would just have MTV on and I would draw. And then when MTV wasn't cool anymore and it was like starting to do like stupid live action stuff, then I went to Fuse. And then Fuse started doing that, so then I went to Yahoo Music. And then Yahoo Music became lame, and then I moved over to YouTube, and I've been on YouTube ever since.
Yep. Yeah, I remember watching MTV in like freshman year of high school all the time.
Yeah, that's when MTV was.
Part of sophomore year too, and like they just started. Yeah, they get stupid. They started doing reality shows and stuff. I'm like, what is this? Is music television? Why?
That was up there when Cartoon Network started doing that. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
It's going downhill for no reason, and it was just like, why is this stupid?
Cartoon Network having live. Oh, you know what I really want to hear you talk about during like that the Terror Talk with like, remember we had this discussion about like live remakes? I want to hear your opinion of the fact that they're remaking in 3D animation Pokemon the first movie.
What?
Yep.
Oh no, wait, no, I did hear about this, and I was like, I want to do things. To regret.
Yep. I was actually very disappointed to find out that it was actually a remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back, because originally when I heard about it, I did hear that it was supposed to be the Mewtwo thing, but from what I had understood was it was going to be based on that universe that they're doing currently, that like alternate universe movies where he chases Ho-Ho instead of trying to do the Pokemon League. So I thought they were going to do Mewtwo in that alternate universe, which I was like, oh, that sounds cool.
That would have been better.
Yeah, that would have been a lot better. But no, they're just remaking it in really bad CG. Great.
Why would they ever?
So, you know,
like that, and just butcher it like, oh.
So, my response to that, are you familiar with the painting of Jesus that a painter, like a paint restorer, because like there's like people out there who like does their job, they like restore like old master paintings to like so that they don't like deteriorate over time. They might like touch it up or like clean it up and stuff like that. There's this one painting of Jesus, right, that was starting to deteriorate, and this one restorer absolutely completely messed it up, and it does not look anything like the original. Like nothing like it. It's almost embarrassing, actually.
Oops.
I'm gonna show you. Jesus painting restore. It's bad. And that's actually a fantastic example of bad publicity, how it's not always necessarily a bad thing to get bad publicity, because what ended up happening was that this painting was up on show for a church that needed funding. And then the painting, ironically, ended up helping them get the funding that they needed because of all the press being like, oh, this painting, it has this like really bad art now.
It's one of a kind.
Yep.
There's literally nothing else like it.
That's right. That's right. Here we go. It's beautiful. And that is how I feel about them remaking Pokemon the first movie.
Oh man, you have to show them this on stream, Rob.
don't want to. Get some angry people.
It's okay, you could look at it in your own time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just do that. I'll be safe and just
Alright. It looks like a monkey.
Yeah,
Like he just drew a monkey in the same position that he was in.
yep, it's really bad.
That's funny.
Then that's where my opinion stands of, like, just don't touch the masterpiece. Like, just don't. It doesn't need it. Why do we need this, right?
save and jump in.
The biggest thing that I'm really concerned, there's a few things I'm actually really concerned about. First of all, there's a certain kind of emotion that you get with 2D animation, right? That there's like, you get certain expressions with 3D animation separately from you do 2D animation. As a personal opinion, I feel like you get more character out of 2D animation. However, I will say that they've come a long way with 3D animation. And like when I saw that trailer, I'm like, okay, Mewtwo looks cool. But when I saw the human characters like Ash, Misty, Brock, I'm like, ew.
Well,
It's not the same.
like the big advantage, obviously aside from budget, it is cheaper to make 3D over 2D like movies.
Yeah.
The big advantage is you can make smoother animation, but the issue is if you're not using anything like motion capture or whatever, a lot of that movement can look very robotic.
Yep.
So you'll get more frames of animation off of 3D, but it just looks very stiff and just not natural.
Correct.
So yeah, in 2D, yeah, you can just have more expressions and everything. It's easier to show that off, I guess, with 2D over 3D.
Yeah.
Not that I'm any sort of art expert or anything, but
I mean, granted, you can build like a bunch of expressions for like the 3D model, but I mean, like that kind of just depends on budget and time, etc., etc. I was actually kind of mad when I saw that trailer. I was like, I'm actually a little bit, shall I say, like extremely mad because two of my favorite childhood movies, The Lion King and Pokemon the first movie, are getting 3D remakes this year. I'm like,
Stop it.
I will say this, for The Lion King, the graphics for 3D look absolutely phenomenal. However,
yeah, I expect Disney to put a bigger budget into actually making the Lion King one rather than I don't know who handles actually animating Pokemon stuff.
yeah.
What studio does it? But either way, whatever studio's doing it doesn't have the money that Disney does.
But aside from that, like, I think that they should have applied that to a brand new idea rather than The Lion King, because once again, The Lion King did not need it. Doesn't need a remake. It's fine. Like, actually, that can be said about like most Disney movies. Like, a lot of them aged very, very well. Like, you could look at Snow White, which is from the 1930s. It still looks amazing.
Well, that's something that definitely. I usually say that, especially about video games. Like, the ones that age the best are the ones that are 2D.
Yes.
And use sprites rather than the 3D ones. Because over time, yeah, a lot of the imperfections in the 3D just become jarring.
Oh yeah.
2D stuff, it never ages. It's always good. So, I don't know.
I think the Super Nintendo graphics aged very well.
Yeah, overall. I mean, obviously, like it's more pixelated. You had a lower resolution to deal with, but it's always going to look good just because that's the way it was intended to look.
Yes.
Have that more cartoony feel to it.
That's why
Whereas when you're
still looks good, because it was very stylized graphics.
yeah, anything that's more stylized is going to age better than something that's trying to look realistic because once you've improved upon that technology, you're going to start noticing the imperfections from the earlier technology. It's just the way it goes.
Now, granted, I will still watch The Lion King. I will still watch Pokemon the first movie. It's probably going to make me mad, but I can't judge until I see it.
I'm Pretend it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, I probably won't end up watching the Pokemon movie.
It'll ruin it for me forever. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
The one thing,
Or it'll just make me go right
the other,
and
the,
watch the old one from like
the scene that I hope, like if they're like actually making a remake, the scene that I'm the most concerned about is the scene with the clones where they're fighting the originals. Like that was probably one of the most powerful scenes in the entire movie.
brother, my brother, tell me what we
Because
find.
the way they animated that scene, like you could just tell like the Pokemon were like they had pain because they just did not want to fight.
Oh, I had feels when I was a kid watching that.
And you could just see the emotions. You could see the emotion in Ash. You could see the emotions in each of the Pokemon. They were crying as they were fighting because they didn't want to do it. They were just simply told to do it. Because they had to listen to their masters.
You had to listen to Mewtwo's like psychic calls or whatever it is.
That plus the scene where like Ash turns to stone. Like just those two scenes that right there. Those are the ones like I wonder like how are they going to handle that? Like can they bring back that same emotion? Is that possible?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really hard to know. I don't expect them to bring back the deleted scene where like Mewtwo is like talking with Amber because that was not in the original theatrical release.
Yeah. With the clones.
It would be cool if they did, but I don't expect that, so I don't have any hopes for that.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, oh no, kids shouldn't see this. It's too dark.
And the thing with that movie is like the director that was behind the first 3 movies was different from all the rest of the movies. And he actually
It really felt that way.
you can tell because they were his passion projects. He had very strong feelings, and you'll notice that with the first movie specifically and the third movie very very specifically. He had very strong feelings about being a single parent, and he wanted to express that to his Pokemon fans. He wanted some of those fans out there that lived with only one parent to experience this emotion, whether it be from the parent's perspective or the child's perspective, and he wanted to express that through the movies. And one of the big things that really irritated him was when in the third movie in the credits, you'll notice that the little girl had a mom. That right there, just the ending credits alone made him go like, I'm done. You didn't listen to my wishes. And he left. There were other reasons, of course, but that was one big thing that tied him down, like, very strong. It made him feel very strong because he was trying to deliver a message, and they took it differently when they edited the movie down. Because the whole point was, like, the little girl had a very strong bond with Papa, you know?
Yeah, because it was supposed to be that the kid was motherless, right?
Yeah.
The original.
That was the original intent, and then she, like, brought Ash's mom into the picture to, like, kind of fill that void.
Right.
But then, like, in the end...
And in the end, they were like, oh, no, it's fine, she's fine. It was like, really?
Yeah, the whole point was, like, she was...
Subtle little storytelling thing for those, like the older people that happen to be watching this.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, they're like, no, we can't have it. It's too dark.
Gotta have the happy ending.
Make all the kids sad. Let them feel sad. It's fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable. Plus, it's like a movie. It's supposed to, like, capture more, like, emotions in this show.
Like, it's like when I was a kid, and it's like, I watched this, what was that? Like Kablam or something. That was the show. Kablam with the 2 little kids that do, like, these little segments.
Henry and June.
Mm-hmm.
Henry and June, that was it. And there was, one of the shorts was Sniz and Fondue. And there was an episode where they get a freaking scorpion. and it's like running around the house and they're like bandaging their feet and they're like, oh no, and they're standing on the top of like their furniture and stuff to avoid it. And that actually scared me as a kid. I was like, oh my, what if a scorpion comes? It's going to sting me.
Yeah.
And like, I remember going into the living room with my mom and dad saying, I can't sleep. I'm afraid of the scorpions or whatever. And then they sat me down and told me, like, it's okay. Scorpions don't live around here, really. And
scorpions aren't real. I mean, wait.
Wait, no, wrong message. No, scorpions aren't around here. And they're not going to kill you unless there's one over there, one over there, one over there. That was just something specifically my dad said. I remember, and like ever since then, I wasn't scared anymore.
Yep.
So it's fine if you like temporarily like, oh no, the kid got scared, the kid's sad. And it's like, no, the parent will comfort them and they'll move on. It's like, it's stupid that they think that kids need to have like brainless entertainment.
You can have a little bit of it, but not everything needs to be that way.
Yeah, it's like I like the idea, like with the Pokemon movies, I wouldn't have thought like any differently. If like that mom didn't show up, I would not have at all been like, oh no.
That actually made me mad when I was a kid. I was like, really? It did. It made me feel mad. I wasn't happy. I was like, but the whole point was Papa.
Yep. Yeah, when it gets in the way of like the entertainment actually being of quality.
Yeah.
Annoying when, yeah, it takes away the depth of what it could have been.
It's like let the kid feel.
Exactly. Nothing wrong with that.
It's really stupid that it's always got to be like, oh.
I have no problem with them doing like 3D with something like Detective Pikachu because that's like a spin-off.
That's like a whole new thing.
Yep.
So
that does not bother me at all.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it, but like at least it's a new thing.
Yeah.
So like, okay, they're trying to get like that one actor or whatever.
Plus, like they actually clearly have the budget put into the animation and everything for that. The Mewtwo movie just looks like trash.
That's the other part that irritates me, is like it's supposed to be like, this is Pokemon the first movie,
Yeah, you're gonna go mess with that? Like, come on. Oh, they mess with 2000, I'm gonna be super mad.
It's up there with like my opinion of them like bringing Dragon Ball Z Kai to the table, and it was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, so they censored it to ridiculous levels because of it. Made the halos like little light balls over their head. They made Mr. Popo blue.
Yep. A lot.
Scenes were severely cut. Like they added like big flashy whatevers, like little frames of like color and stuff going instead of like actually showing the punch and stuff. Like it's ridiculous. Why would you ever put Dragon Ball on Nickelodeon?
I know.
That is one of the worst things that you can pick to put on a channel like that.
Well, I'm assuming that it was the other way around. Nickelodeon decided to purchase it to put onto their channel, not vice versa.
True.
I don't know, like I didn't really get to see the English version of Kai, but I mean, Nickelodeon had Avatar. Like there were some dark things that occurred in Avatar as well, so
that's true.
It's hard to say like why it got censored so badly, but
that's the weird part.
Really stupid because Avatar had like fighting in it, so it's
Now, the thing with Kai that I think that they did right, I am happy that they went out of their way to like improve the graphics of the characters and the animation and everything. That is the one thing.
One cut out all the filler too. Oh man.
Yeah, they cut out the filler. There's two things though that made me mad. Was cutting down the fights as much as they did. as well as not bringing back the Bruce Faulkner music as an option. And if I have to watch it on my DVD uncut version just to get that really epic music, that's good for me. Yes.
Yes. Oh.
But I guess that's more understandable than from Kai's perspective. Because they always had like the rights to use like the Japanese soundtrack. Which is what they ended up doing.
Some of the new voice changes were kind of to me too.
I was bothered by it at first, but it grew on me. I think I was only bothered at first just because I was so used to like the other voice actors, which I mean, after like what Kai came out in like 2000, I want to say like 9-ish.
Yeah. Right, because I was watching Uncut DBZ like 2005, I think, on Adult Swim.
So I think that's like a good like 10 years after the original like taking of the voices. So I mean, there's going to be voice acting changes. So it grew on me, and I learned to accept it.
Just some of them just bug me still. Like Frieza's, I got used to.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Like, because it's kind of close.
It's close enough, and it's just masculine enough.
Yep. Frieza. Always being voice recorded by old ladies.
Yep.
In the ocean dub, apparently.
There are some lines though, like if you listen like back to back to like the same scene from the original English dub versus like the Kai dub, there's some choicing in the way that they read the lines where I do still prefer like the original. Like a fine example being like the scene when Trunks is first introduced, right? And there's like this one part where he's like, "You want to see a real Super Saiyan?" And it's just the way he said it. It was just like really spot on. Like the way he said it the first time was perfect. The way he said it the second time, it was kind of eh. There wasn't as much emotion behind it, but that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Like sometimes your first take's your best one.
Yeah.
That's why I also try not to redraw stuff, because like in a short period of time, because it never comes out as good as the first time I did it.
Right.
Where are we at here? I think we're probably got that covered. Yeah. Let's move on to the armor. It's another major rendering spot. Let's go mesh, yes.
Like the first time he was like, "You want to see a real Super Saiyan?" And he like put emphasis on the word like real, like you want to see a real Super Saiyan. And then the second time he said it, he said something like, "You want to see a real Super Saiyan?" He said it like faster, and it just wasn't quite the same.
It's all in the emphasis.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about Goku. Like, ugh, just the way he said it that first time, it was perfect. Like, it was like cocky and very Saiyan like. And I don't even think he said like, "And I'm not talking about Goku," like the second time, which like just made it like less powerful in my opinion.
Yeah, because at the time it was just Goku who went Super Saiyan. So
Yeah.
another one was just like, what?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Well, especially since nobody knew who Trunks was at the time.
Oh, I remember it was so surprising. I was like, "What?"
I unfortunately knew ahead of time because a lot of kids like to spoil stuff.
It was a surprise for me. I was like,
So,
"Whoa."
like, a lot of pictures of Trunks online before that, so like I knew he existed. I just obviously didn't know much about him at the time.
Yeah. That makes sense. The only thing that I saw first before the whole like Trunks thing happened was I kind of remember, maybe I'm kind of screwing up the order of this in my memory, but I kind of remember seeing the fact that Gohan went Super Saiyan in the Cell games, and then they like went back all the way to the Android Saga arc. So like I I think like they only showed like Gohan as like a Super Saiyan, but they didn't really show much of like Trunks' screen time, so it didn't like click, I guess you could say, because of the amount of screen time that there was.
Yeah, well, Trunks didn't do much towards the end of that arc anyway, so
Yeah.
I could understand him just not being on screen really for you to notice him.
But then they did like a rerun of like the Trunks appears thing, and that's like when I caught it was like the second time that they showed it, and I was like, wow.
Oh man.
And I had such a hardcore little girl crush on him. I was like, oh my god. He was like so cool. I was like, wow. I guess you could say like almost like starstruck. Like when I saw him, I was like, this is like such a cool looking character, and he's attractive, and he's kind of cocky, and I don't know what these feelings are that I'm feeling, but this is awesome. Because I was like 11 years old at the time.
What is this feeling, John?
Yep. And at the time, I was also like really into the mushroom haircut, and that just like added to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because like I also had a little crush. I don't know if you've ever seen like Treasure Planet.
Yeah, I saw that
I had a
movie.
little, I had a little crush on that guy too. So like, because I had this thing for like mushroom haircuts at the time.
I think I really like Trunks because he reminded me a lot of Cloud Strife for some reason.
I could see that.
Color scheme and like when he was in Super Saiyan, I guess his hair sort of also reminded me of Cloud, and he had the sword and all that. So
Yeah.
I can see that actually.
yeah,
It's like a little cloud-like.
Yeah.
The sword and the hair and the outfits are pretty different.
I really liked like that emphasis of like the electric energy that was around Super Saiyan. It just like they really made Super Saiyan feel cool at the time.
Yeah, now it's like everybody can do it.
There's some spoilers that I know about Super, of which I'm not going to say. And
just for the viewers that haven't seen it, yeah, good idea.
yeah, that too. But yeah, I'm a bit like somewhere between like both happy and at the same time disappointed as to what happens in the future with Super Saiyan stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Like there's mixed feelings, like both really really happy about what happens as well as really really disappointed. Mostly disappointed in how much of a not so emphasizing thing it is. And that's all I'm going to say.
I'm disappointed at Yamcha not getting his rightful due in the future of Super.
Well, there was a filler episode that was really funny with him. I will say that was really really good. I loved it. They even like took notice to a meme about Yamcha.
I don't know if that's necessarily a positive for him though.
Oh?
Really?
No, probably not. They kind of gave him the short end of the stick with that.
I just thought it was like hilarious because Krillin is like, wow, that pose that Yamcha's in, it looks really familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of fan servicey stuff with the filler stuff.
I've noticed. Dragon Ball filler doesn't really annoy me.
Okay, like Dragon Ball filler and Yu-Gi-Oh filler never bothered me. Yu-Gi-Oh particularly just because as a kid I just liked watching the duels.
Yeah.
But the filler that bothered me was Naruto filler.
There's like 100 episodes of filler.
Yeah, because
that was just one section of filler. They literally filled 3 years of time skip with 3 years of filler.
Why would you? Why?
Let me tell you something. I'm really happy that these card art designs are starting to take surface. It's really exciting.
I'm actually starting them now.
I know. I'm excited to see what tomorrow's card is.
Oh yeah, because I'll be doing them like 4 days a week. I'm gonna try to do them 4 days a week so we can get this moving.
We've established that we could potentially get all the cards done by the card art by the time like September rolls around pretty comfortably.
Yes.
Which I think is a beautiful,
Like
beautiful
August,
thing.
I think. End of August.
If you kept up like a very consistent schedule, you could get it done by the end of August. But September's like a comfortable like padding.
Right.
Because you never know, you might get sick or something stupid might come up or whatever.
With me, stupid things happen all the time, so leave room for error.
Yep.
Errors. Yes.
And you're starting Chrono Trigger tomorrow.
Anthus is playing Chrono Trigger.
He was testing the capture card downstairs. Seems to be working pretty well.
It's a good thing he did some testing beforehand.
Yes.
Yeah. And no, we won't stream every card, but I'll stream some.
Yeah.
Some of the reveal cards.
Like Dragon Girl and Mermaidian Warrior and stuff.
I know on YouTube there's like a latency, I think it was called, that says like, oh, you know, if you do like high latency or low latency, there's less of a delay. But I don't know if that's the way it is, if that's how it is on Twitch or not.
Right. You can polish and restructure any way you feel benefits the game.
Yep.
So that's what we did.
That is what we did.
I remember like when it was first brought to the table, like I had my doubts and then I tried it. I'm like, this has potential. And then we just like started like playing around with the rules and then it started really like ironing out very well.
Yep.
Also, part of this was to discuss the gameplay that we had. Since it seems like my internet's stable, knock on wood.
That's right.
Ianthus and I played a test game before I started the stream. I guess the first time. And we played. I was winning.
You and I did anyway.
Yeah.
You said Ianthus.
Did I say Ianthus? It's
Yep.
late.
You meant to say Taitu.
It is 12:33 where I am right now. Taitu and I did a test game, and I was wind, he was earth, and I was a bonehead, and I did a stupid thing, and I got knocked down to 1 reserve, and
You
then
went all the way down to 0. You were
I was down
about to lose. Yeah.
and then I just randomly turned it around, and like it was nuts.
Huh.
So like, if you think that you automatically lose because your reserves are low, not the case. Definitely not the case.
You've confused him because you said Ianthus, but you meant to say Taitu.
Yeah, I meant to say Taitu. We were testing on Maki.
Ianthus has been doing things without realizing it clearly.
What did I do? He was probably like, what did I do? Did I do something that I wasn't aware of?
No.
No, I meant Ianthus. I almost said Ianthus again. I meant Taitu. Yes, Taitu is what I meant.
Yes.
Yes.
I think he would really, really like either Dark or Lightning when that comes out.
Yep. Both are affinities confirmed for the future.
Yep. Not too much of a spoiler, because I mean, like, if you dig deep into the group page, like, they're there.
And like there's only going to be like 10 people or whatever that are going to see this, and they're probably going to be like, oh, cool. And then they'll like 8 of them will forget about it. And then like 2 of them will be like, oh yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that.
Yep.
Like in a year from now, so I'm not really that concerned about.
Nah.
Whatever.
It's a good spoiler to look forward to.
12th member? We have a 12th member? I thought we only had a 3rd one.
Unofficial 12th member of the something? What?
Like,
So
well,
who's
what
fourth
is the
through-
something?
Yeah, what's the something?
Who's the 4 through 11?
Also
Luna
12th?
is the unofficial third member of the couch for our streams.
Yeah.
But that won't be happening tomorrow because we'll be downstairs.
What happened to numbers 4 through 12? What?
Ianthus is working on making his own organization.
I see. Yeah.
Hey, if you're making an evil organization, can I get in on it?
Nah.
I totally want to be part of an evil organization.
You can make all the rules that you want in your future comic.
Because they are the coolest. It is the coolest thing to be part of an evil organization. They're the most feared individuals in the universe of that comic. So it is pretty cool.
Yes.
And you'll have like crazy freaky powers and stuff.
The real Organization 13, the second coming.
I mean, I guess you're in, but don't forget that one of the members of his organization is his house cat.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's always that one weird quirky member.
Yep.
So who's that one weird-
Destroy us all.
Destroy us all! Destroy us all! Destroy us all!
That flash animation, my goodness.
No, shh. They must not know about that.
Well, it is public.
It's there, but they have no idea what I'm talking about or you're talking about, so it's shh. They don't know.
But they can dig.
They can dig if they want. They'll find the vague thing that we're talking about.
It's there. It's public. You did this yourself.
I left it there on purpose.
You did it yourself.
See if somebody found it. Give people little treasure hunts. It just makes it more interactive.
I love treasure hunts.
Yes.
Makes me wonder who that dragon is in the bottom right-hand corner. Do I have to hunt?
No.
No?
That is something that will be hidden or will be revealed in time.
Cool.
Alright. Good night, Ianthus. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
You for joining.
He's
us.
gonna bounce out. See what I did there?
Oh, okay. The whole keyword.
Yeah.
That was Wynn's old keyword.
The struggle is...
Back in a different deck, who knows? Spoilerific. That's tomorrow's Terra Talk. Spoilers.
Oh, okay. Now I know what it is.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think we have like the next few months planned.
Oh, we have until November planned out.
Really? I could have sworn there were some blank ones.
Well, there's like 3 blank ones, but for the most part, all the way up until November. How crazy is that, Taitu?
That's planning ahead.
What you gotta do with stuff like this.
All the way until November 6th we have planned, so that means that we got to come up with stuff until December 31st, and then we got the whole year ahead of us.
Yep.
Yeah, there's only...
Depending on popularity, Terra Talk could be like changed into a monthly segment if we come up with other stuff that people may want to see more. It kind of depends. Like if Terra Talk does really well, we'll just keep it around as a weekly thing. But probably by like the end of the year, we'll assess how well they're doing and if we have other types of videos now.
Yeah.
It'll depend.
I've had some people like really enjoy them, just like the general like slice of life discussion stuff.
If we get enough people that still like the Terra Talks, we'll keep doing them.
Yeah,
Just like with anything else.
of course.
Try and get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Oh my goodness, that would be...
If we're lucky, we'll hit, I want to say 100. if we're lucky.
I think on Instagram that's
And
pretty
Instagram's
realistic.
very possible. That's the fastest growing one. That's very possible on Instagram.
YouTube is a big fat maybe.
Yep.
You're aiming too low. I like the sound of that 1,000. Let's hit that 1,000.
My goodness.
That'd be pretty. I mean, it could be a momentum thing where if we get high enough, then just more and more people find us and they're like, oh, hey. And then it just grows really fast.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. Probably after you hit 100, it probably starts going a little faster.
Yeah.
Thing. Because there was some guy that I watched do streams, like, it was like early in 2018, and he was like brand new, just like me, with like 20 subs or whatever. And then like, I checked on him again in the beginning of this year, and he was up to like 1,300.
Whoa.
What did you do?
Just gotta release content that people want to watch, I guess.
I guess so.
You know, Let's Play stuff's still doing well, apparently.
Oh yeah.
HTCG community.
HTCG community?
Yeah, homemade trading card game.
Yep. We'll bat it.
Oh, it's all good stuff. There's a lot of good projects.
Yep. It's cool that it is actually a community.
Yeah. Real life thing.
It's a thing, guys.
Yes.
For those that are interested in making their own homemade trading card games, join the HTCG community on Discord.
Yes.
Well, if you can find the link, that is.
And I'm gonna grab a quick glass of water.
Alright. I'm not sure how much longer we'll be streaming, but let's just keep it going. I don't know if I'm gonna finish Destiny Dragon, but I'm not sure if I'll be finishing it on stream. We'll have to see. I did say I want to put my everything into this image. Because, fun fact, I've kind of been holding back on my work since like 2012. So this was the time when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just pull no punches and go in as hard as I possibly can go.
It's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, once I have all the elements in there, it'll feel more complete. That's the weird thing. That's how it was too when I was working on the How to Play comic. It was like these really like bare minimum like line work images, and then when I added all the word balloons and the cards they were holding and stuff, it started looking more complete. It's really strange how that works.
I mean, I guess line art's done differently when it's intended to be colored, so when you don't have any of the shading because you're going to do it with color, yeah, it's not going to look complete.
Yep. Like, I know with the manga, they do, like, the gray tones, and I always forget what that's called. Is it dual tone? No. It's like the gray dots they sometimes put there in the, there's like a tone. I always forget what it's called. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it's really popular to do with manga in Japan. And the West used to do it, and then they randomly stopped doing it because they just stopped making it over here. I just forget what it's called. Now it's bothering me now.
I don't know. That's more your field than it is mine.
Yeah. They used to say the word all the time in school, and now all of a sudden I just forgot. And I am saving to avoid any further tragedies. We don't want more tragedies. Ugh. Yeah. coloring, right? You know. But yeah, if your reserves are 0 and you didn't get hit with the last attack, don't give up. You have a chance to come on back. Because trading is a thing. If you do the trade, then get life back. We'll be streaming some gameplay sooner or later. And then you guys will get to see. We'll also have a proper how to play video once I have enough of these images done as well. So I look forward to that.
And I am back.
Welcome back.
Nice. These cards are gonna look amazing.
Now break your limit.
Yeah.
That's just the more you do it, the more your limit is. Thing. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I do.
You know what I mean. Gotta keep drawing. My 98th card is gonna look better than my first card.
Oh yeah, that's just natural growth.
So I tried extra hard with Destiny Dragon because it's like mascot and everything. I used to mascot and stuff, so you know. You know. Don't you know? But yeah. Our basic game rules are pretty much there. It's just a matter of the rebalancing. Make sure we have to test all the effects, make sure they're all good. None of them are broken, none of them are too weak. Yada yada yada. If that's all good, then
that's why I look forward to doing like a larger alpha testing thing.
Yep, we'll be doing a local alpha testing event. Because and then like looking into the future, I can only take work off like once for NezumiCon if they let me in.
Which they should.
They should. I just gotta get past this PayPal thing, and then where was I going with that? Why
potentially Metatopia as well.
Yeah, there's gonna be potentially Metatopia, which would be, but that's like way in November, so that's like a while. Hopefully, I'm like fairly competent at the job by then. And the only other time would be like my mom and my brother are interested in going down the shore for the first time in like a decade.
Wow.
So that would require a whole week off though.
Oh wow.
So that's why I have to watch my taking time off thing. Especially if one of them is going to be a whole week.
Yes.
Gotta watch that.
Oh, and you've been talking to him about story ideas too, which is good.
Brother? Yes, we have been working on the outline for the story that we will be writing at some point. Like officially writing, of course.
Yes. There's probably gonna be like this big like webtoons like outburst between like we have like affiliation with Crystal Casualty creator Yennefer, and then you got like the Terrazone comic, and then I want to put my comic out.
Yep. We're all just gonna come out at the same time.
Although Crystal Casualty's already been out, but I think she just recently got like a good gig in with that, where she's, I think, in the near future, like going to have like a chance to like have it featured, but I'm not sure about the details. Only
If she gets that.
yeah.
Is that her second comic? Didn't she have another one before that?
Yes, Remote Angel, but she will be working on again after she's done with Crystal Casualty.
Trying something different with Destiny Dragon's nose.
I see that.
I don't know if it looks that good though.
It looks a bit humanoid, personally.
Yeah. I'm just feeling the same way. Let's get rid of it.
I think unless...
But, meh. Leave it out.
I think the bottom part, maybe you could get away with. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta try stuff, and then, nah, I don't like it.
Nah. Still comes across as too humanish.
I like the minimalistic look more, so let's just keep that theme going.
Yeah.
So this stuff looks weird when I add too much to it. What am I doing now? Maybe slightly under here. And if I am green next, I think I'm on green now. Yeah. The Destiny renders are about there. Even something simple like this takes so long.
That's how art is.
It's one of the reasons I don't do realistic. Spend a whole freaking week on one image. We would get nothing done.
Oh god.
And then, like, you would just compare me to the other realistic artists and be like, they're doing it better. So it's like, all right, I may as well just have a more cartoony look to my stuff. So at least it, like, looks different.
Honestly, whatever comes across as, like, naturally is the one that you want to go for, like, the majority of the time.
This image, I was doing that with the whole, like, oh, I'm doing things that feel natural to me.
Plus the whole stylized look, it's like, it's interesting, it's different.
Yeah.
It's unique. Like, there's a bunch of pros to doing a stylized approach.
Kind of gives you your own signature with your art too, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, I've always been trying to get that, like, you know, you look at Akira Toriyama's work and it stands out like a sore thumb. You look at Kazuki Takahashi's and sort of sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yep.
Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, all of them have very signature looks too.
Yeah, despite them all being like under the anime thing, like I think people when they typically think anime, they think like the whole like what's the word I'm looking for, like moe kind of look. Yeah, that's what I think like most people think of when they think anime is like that moe cutesy.
Nowadays, yeah, back in the day they would just think of Pokemon or something. But now it's like it's kind of donned a different like stereotype and it's that.
Yep.
Stuff. Like, well, you like to watch more cute big-eyed girls doing derpy things. There's a whole lot more to anime, dude, than that. Like, it comes in all sorts of genres.
Yeah.
All sorts of genres and styles. Like, you have the really signature-looking ones. You have cutesy like K-On! Looking
Mm-hmm.
you have like the semi-realistic anime, and you have
Like Death Note.
closer to realistic. Then you got the super abstracty like Lucky Star type deal. Like
Yes.
all sorts.
And then you've got JoJo's.
They come in all sorts of looks.
So many.
You can essentially find the one that you like. There's so many.
That's why when I was writing my college thesis, and there was actually this one part that I really, really had to think long and hard about, which was the definition of what is anime? Aside from it obviously coming from like a Japanese root, I think my personal interpretation of what defines anime is there's often a lot of sharp edges with the art style, whether it be in the hair, the eyes, the clothes. I think sharp edges is a signature thing, as well as the generally, for the most part, I mean, and again, things like Lucky Star don't really follow this rule, but for the most part, I feel like there's a huge emphasis on linear storytelling.
Yeah, there's usually like
Well, in general, yeah, there's just like a storyline you can actually follow with it, which is usually
Yep.
different from like American cartoons, where like everything's episodic.
Yep.
Most cartoons, I'm not gonna say all of them, but
And then I also like to say that there's more of an emphasis on the details of the eyes. No matter what style it is, there seems to be a lot of emphasis on the eyes.
Too much emphasis on the eyes sometimes.
Yeah. With the expressions. Yeah.
Focus a lot on eyes and hair.
Eyes and hair. That's a big thing too.
Yep.
There seems to be very minimal details with the nose and the mouth for the most part. No matter what style.
Shrink the mouth and the nose.
Yep.
Those are both features that if you make them really big, it starts to eliminate the cutesy factor usually.
Yes.
I do subtle things myself to try to separate males and females. But I'll get into that at a future date.
Yep. Subtle little differences.
Yep, I have little minor tricks.
Face shape's usually a big one, I know.
Oh, yeah. Yep, face shape. Even just the way you draw certain parts of the body.
Necks, eyebrows.
Very obvious stuff.
Noses. All that stuff is a factor. Shoulders, that too.
Yep. Okay. Also, yeah, I have done this before. I did a few streams on YouTube.
That's true, you did have a few streams.
I was doing the character kits at the time.
Yep.
Character kit ones. Destiny Dragon was gonna be one of them, but it ended up not happening.
Huh.
I forget why. Oh, because we started the business stuff.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Things were changing a little bit. So I halted it.
Yes.
Plans were changing. Plans were changing a lot last year, but now we're a lot more stabilized.
Which is nice.
We have more of a game plan.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more of a game plan this time around. And
So, I've always been a little curious with rendering on Photoshop. Why not just do a layer above the flat that is using black, and then you multiply the black down with like lower opacity or something?
That is actually an option that you can do. It kind of comes down to preference, and it also comes down to what kind of saturation levels that you want, like within your own style and shades. So, for instance, like Rob may desire a higher saturation with his shadows, so he may not necessarily want to do the blacks with his flats. But that is indeed a technique that you can go about.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I would think that would be a lot faster because you don't need to like pick out each individual color. You just do black for all the shadows, and then it saves time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I actually did that one time with a Dragon Ball Z picture where I just did black and then I just reduced the opacity, and it worked very well for a nighttime scene, actually. So it kind of,
Depends on if you're gonna do like, I guess, higher contrast
yes.
shadows, which this picture doesn't really go for.
Mm-hmm.
If there was like a big shining ray of light behind him or something.
Right. Well,
Mhm.
I'm not just saying lower the opacity, but also turn it into like a multiply layer or something, so it actually blends with the color too, instead of just.
Yeah, that's yet another option that could be done.
There's a million ways to do things in Photoshop.
Oh yeah, so many ways to do it.
So there's millions of things, millions and billions of stars in the sky.
But yeah, definitely having done that once myself, I can say it works very, very well with nighttime scenes, taking the black and then lowering the opacity.
Yeah, because it's a harsher.
Harsher color. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, that would work very, very well when he does his dark creatures.
Yeah, their shadows are going to be a lot more contrasty.
Mm-hmm. If anything, I'm just really glad the bitmap technique is working very well for you.
Yes.
Because your
Been quite a lifesaver.
cleanup stage alone, I remember, took like forever and a half.
Ugh.
And there was
Fun to do.
And there was like still pencil smudges that were still left over.
It never ended. It was the stupidest thing in the world.
It's funny. It's funny because like right around that time that I told you about it, I myself just recently discovered it, and I'm like, I have to tell Rob about this.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Must tell. Must tell thing.
Yeah, that's right.
And they ain't none of that now.
Any time saver is a good one. I have lurkers that are behind me. I think I'm seeing shadows behind me, but it's just nighttime prowlers coming down from the stairs.
I don't know where my prowlers are right now.
New card art.
Who are you talking to?
We're gonna call them. We could either say Zero or Rob, and Taitu. Yes,
Cool.
that's right.
I say hello.
Yeah, my name's technically on all the cards, so it doesn't really matter if you know my name.
Yeah, Rob, aka Zero.
Yep.
Doesn't really bother me either, honestly, but
Yeah, I just do aliases just to make sure.
Yeah.
Some people are kind of like, oh, I don't want to know what my name is.
Yeah, I definitely know. I know what you mean by that.
Well, like I've definitely slipped up a few times. They're just like, no, I mean. Oh yeah, 2 hours now. Oh man, it's 1 a.m. already.
Yep, it's getting up there.
Wow, this is the latest stream I've ever done in my life.
For the people on the Pacific side, they're still up.
Most likely. They're still awake. Except for the early risers. Not to be confused with the Nova Grappler archetype. Which is sort of an archetype now? I don't know. Not really, though. At least the internet's being stable now. That was really stupid earlier.
Not a problem.
That was really stupid earlier. Kinda made me mad.
Could be worse.
It's gonna be one long video. Used to have a card called the Claws of Control. Great name, I know. And what it did was, it was basically change of heart.
Basically or literally?
Yeah, maybe literally. Oh, younger me with the rip-off stuff. I had a Monster Reborn, I had a Change of Heart, I had a Pot of Greed. It's really stupid. That's just how it is, I guess.
Reskinned Yu-Gi-Oh!
Reskinned Yu-Gi-Oh! Except with slightly different rules. Except it had special defense. It had attack, defense, and special defense. And when you put a card in special defense mode, that's when its special defense counted when you attacked it.
So, if it had better special defense, why would you ever put it in regular defense mode?
Because you couldn't attack. Or, well, it was attack mode or special defense mode, pretty much.
Noises.
So, defense counted if you were in the attack position.
Awesome.
I don't remember what I called it. I'm assuming it was probably like offense position.
Yo.
Oh, look.
Offense position? What was offense?
Talking slightly about the old rules, like the really old rules when I had
The
special
really
defense.
old rules?
Back when the game was Yu-Gi-Oh!
Interesting.
Yeah, really old rules. Like we're talking like 2006 rules.
Is that right?
Yeah. It was like special defense mode. I don't know if you remember that.
Kind of? Sort of?
Yeah.
Kinda, sorta.
Most people probably want to forget after they read that.
Goodness.
Yeah, there was a special defense mode. It was an offense position and a special defense position, I think. And like when you get attacked and you're in attack mode, it's your defense that counts. When you get attacked and you're in special defense mode, your special defense counts. Most of the time, the special defense was actually, I think it was like almost every time your special defense was higher.
Huh.
It was kind of weird. Usually, if it was like a magical creature, it had like more special defense.
That feels like vaguely familiar.
Yeah, you probably like somewhat remember it. But it was dumb. But I guess you gotta start somewhere.
That's right.
Just deciding what else to do with this thing. Because I've spent like... We've gone 2 hours already.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. If only it wasn't 1 in the morning. I mean, I'm finishing this, but... Oh, whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? there's a whole nother one for tomorrow.
That is true.
There's a whole nother one for tomorrow's. May or may not stream. I don't know.
Depends on what the creature is.
I know who it is. I have the next 3 planned out, actually.
Good.
So.
Ever guess who it might be?
Who could it be?
I don't know.
Whoever gets it right. You have 97 choices.
Oh man, I want a cookie.
A cookie that I probably can't touch.
Cookie you definitely can't touch.
So, hey.
Kind of a maybe, right?
Maybe?
Yeah.
What do you mean by maybe?
Like a maybe cookie.
Yeah, you get a maybe cookie.
Man.
They're
So it could be a cookie or could be anything else.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Could be air. I could give you air.
Air is okay. I can ingest air.
Well, are you familiar with the Lorax movie?
I have heard of it. I have not watched it.
I know of Lorax, I think.
Yeah, the Dr. Seuss character.
Yes.
Well, in the once again the 3D remake, they added some story to the Dr. Seuss book that was not there originally, which was that people actually sold air because they lived in the middle of a very polluted town, and they secluded the utopia in an area of which you had to actually purchase air in order to live properly.
Pretty
It's terrible.
awful.
Yep.
But yeah, basically that concept. You wouldn't think that it would get so bad that you need to buy air.
It's a little upsetting, unfortunately.
Yes.
How dare they? How dare they?
How dare they?
How dare they? You can probably tell we're all tired.
Tired, never. What's sleep?
Right?
I don't know. It's a pretty awesome thing, man.
A programmer, I don't believe in sleep.
Oh.
Goodness.
Yep. Believe in junk food and caffeine infused drinks.
I miss soda.
I don't. It gave me terrible acid reflux. Terrible. It was real bad. Like, it's not a good time after a while.
It was like a thing to do, and it was like, I don't know. I kind of miss it. This time last year, I was still drinking soda.
The last time I drank it was about 1.5 years ago, I want to say. I think I quit it, I think like a few months before you did.
Yeah, I think I stopped. What was that? It was around the time that we did a garage sale at my house, my old house.
Yeah.
That was the last time I did it, and I regretted it.
Regret it hard.
I regret it because I felt like if I didn't eat something decent, I was gonna die.
Ugh.
It was annoying.
That sounds terrible.
I felt like all the energy was like drained out of me, or something. Like it's a hard feeling to describe.
I'd imagine.
I just felt weak and I needed to put something in my stomach.
Hmm.
Something decent. Something a
Right.
black bean burger would help do. Black bean burger, really good.
Black bean burger?
Yeah, it's so good.
Huh.
Really good. Black bean burgers.
I'm so glad that I made horn reference of Ianthus's horns.
Yay, horn reference.
Yep. Because they're horns that I don't really draw that often, so I kind of needed to do something about that. Because they're kind of...
They're shaped in a different way than normal horns are.
Yep.
They come out or something. I forget exactly.
They come out and in at the same time. They're unique.
A unique specimen.
That's right.
Ah. Feety feet. Yep, I tried to do whatever came natural with this image.
Good. That's kind of what you want to do.
Kind of even with this coloring too. I'm just kind of going with what I do.
Good.
Yes.
You want everything to come as naturally as possible.
Yep. That was the other kind of awkward thing about when I was drawing these images back in 2015.
Yeah.
I didn't know what direction I was going in at the time. Because it was like, technically, that's supposed to be there. I have to fix that. I didn't know what direction I was going in, so I was just doing like sorta anime-ish with like sorta not. Like, it was kind of hard to describe, but it wasn't like solidified.
I think I get that.
And like after I got out of school, finally, like that's when I was like, all right, so let's figure out, I guess, where am I going with this?
The art direction, yeah. That makes a sense.
Like, you know what? I guess anime-ish. I don't even know what to call it at this point. It's just kind of
just you.
Yeah. Like all the people in school said it was anime-ish, but like other people say it's just not. It's just a thing. So I don't know.
Everything is definitely a thing.
Everything's usually a thing. Usually. I mean, if they're not a thing, then what else would they be?
Right.
It's kind of the weird thing about them.
They'd be nothing then.
They would be not a thing, aka nothing. Ha.
Nothing.
Ha 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 ha. I am tired.
All good. All good.
I'm just trying to push to get this done. Because I'm not going to want to color this and do the new image tomorrow. That's a lot. Even if there's not much left of this. Although I think at this point I might be doing finishing touches tomorrow. If I have to do that, I have to do that. It's kind of whatever. Because there's not too much more to this, I don't think.
Mostly the background.
Yes. Which is going to be a lot of brushwork.
Yes, I could see that.
That's a question. Did I tell you, if you listen to the right music, you just get pumped.
Oh my god.
Like,
So true.
Like, I was feeling some crazy energy earlier when I was
That's
drawing this up.
literally how I felt like a few days ago.
I was just pumped. There's sort of like weird, funky timing too, because I ran into a online on YouTube where I usually am. Ran into, like, sometimes I like watch these videos that do like English covers of like openings to shows and stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of them was like probably my favorite anime opening ever is Break Your Spell Vanguard, and it's just like he did like an English cover for it.
Hmm.
It sounded really good. I was like, wow, this sounds really cool. And I just listened to it over and over again, and like some of the words that it was saying was just like getting me like pumped up for this. And I found it today, I think.
Hmm.
Like it was today when I decided to start this up. It was like, oh, English cover of Break Your Spell Vanguard, sure, why not? And it was like, whoa, this was actually really good.
Hmm.
It just pumped me up, along with like all the iTunes playlist. I just literally made a playlist of like just like energy giving songs.
Nice.
It just got me in the mood for this. Just mustering up whatever little gathering I could get, so that I went 100% on this.
That's what you want.
Maybe like some people probably will just go, "It's not much better."
It don't matter.
To me, it is. To me, this is the limit.
For now.
Without like changing styles and doing like days of research or whatever, like this is what my current what's the word? Capability?
Yes.
Capability.
Capability is the word you're looking for.
I do this a lot, by the way, where I freaking, oh, what's the word? Is this the word? But yeah. Without any drastic changes, this is a defining moment. Where am I going with this? Did I get all the shiny parts? All the parts. I know, like, I'll do like a quick example here since we're streaming anyway, and I have you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
That like shows like Dragon Ball and stuff, like Dragon Ball Super and probably some other ones. They put highlights everywhere. Like, for instance, let's see. Like they'll stick one, say, like here.
Yeah.
It just looks so weird.
You think
When
so?
they do this.
I mean, it makes it look shiny.
Yeah, like if it's shiny, sure, but they do that on like the skin and stuff.
Yeah, I can agree. It's a weird choice.
Skin kind of, it's moist. It's supposed to be a little bit reflective. Maybe not quite as much as they make it seem.
No. It shouldn't be that much. It's kind of insane how much it is. But I was doing that for a short while, and I immediately was like, no. 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 Like, it depends. Like, if his arm, like, if this was like armor, like, you know, the silver, like, warrior armor stuff, but it's not really like that same. I don't imagine it like metallic and stuff, so that's why I'm not going to do that probably here. Go back and do some like touches off stream maybe, but more or less it's probably what I would do. Just enough. Actually, no, there's something I missed. It's freaking Destiny Dragon. Mascot of Terror Zone. That is Guy. Isn't that right? My partner's in crime, falling asleep.
Oh, maybe a little bit.
It was like I wasn't hearing anything, and I'm like, did my internet die again?
Nope, you're good.
Yeah, it's been behaving this time. Finally. So stupid. First stream on Twitch and then we were also having a freaking time trying to figure out, like, we were doing like audio issues, like trying to find a way that like I can include them in on the stream. Mess earlier.
We figured it out.
We did though. The audio or whatever may not be perfect, but in time it'll be better. At least for now, you can hear them.
Yes.
Make the stream more interesting. Because if I do this tomorrow, I'll probably be on my own.
Drawing these horns is quite a challenge, because I'm drawing too while you're drawing.
Oh, are
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
Yes. It's usually what I like to do. It's kind of like when there's like another. That's why I like art streams. Like sometimes I'll like look over, see what they're doing. And it's just like.
It just gets you in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how you tick. You get inspired by watching other artists.
Yep.
Do stuff. I'm freaking weird in that doesn't inspire me. Instead, like, I get inspired by like, I don't know, like some like music or games or like.
Oh, that inspires me too. A lot of things inspire me.
Well, you're definitely like majorly into the field because you dip your feet into like
Everything. My
art
God.
research. So I could see why there's like a wide array of things that
Interests
inspire
and stuff, yeah.
I don't have an artistic bone in my body. I'm just here.
You're just here. I'm just here.
Well, your commentary has been on point as usual, so.
We're on fleek?
No.
Are we trendy now? We're gonna stay on fleek?
Oh no, KLDraco, why are you doing this?
I don't believe in this word.
What is this word?
It's pretty funny, isn't it?
What is it? I don't know what you're talking about.
What is it?
I don't know what kind of other crazy slang words are gonna come out, but that one was pretty wild.
Be more. We'll just keep
hope
making
the future buries it.
Always words. people making up words all the time.
All the time.
And then all of a sudden things just get trendy and you're just like, where did this come from? It's like,
2019 slang. Let's look that up. Latest teenage slangs of 2019. Curve, which means romantic rejection. Like you got curved. Kind of like you got served.
Oh, okay. That's the one I'm more familiar with.
Chillax.
I've heard chillax.
Oh, I've heard that.
I've used chillax before.
Yeah.
What is this?
Okay, that one's old actually.
Yeah.
Oh, emo is more our time too, so that one's, I don't feel that one's pretty relevant.
Yeah, emo is definitely not.
Actually, I'm gonna...
I just don't feel that old anymore.
I'm gonna say this one doesn't feel so 2019 to me. I'm gonna look up a different one.
Okay.
Bruh.
Trying to make me feel old then. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Bruh. I mean, that one's been around a lot too.
Yeah, that's super old.
I didn't start hearing that one until more recently.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like, bro. Like, brah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro's been around forever too.
Slang terms you'll hear in 2019.
Let's do a quick...
GOAT. That's a new one.
Goat.
Fairly recent.
It's an acronym that stands for the greatest of all time.
Okay.
So when if your younger worker says, you're the GOAT, they're giving you a compliment.
Okay. No, I would immediately think otherwise.
Oh, you could turn that into...
I have a friend that uses that all the time.
You could totally turn that into a creature idea since it's relevant.
Friggin' goat with his hands on his hips, like, yeah, I'm the best.
Yep.
Okay.
Extra means over the top, but not necessarily in a good way. Like you went a little too extra there, buddy.
That's a weird one that I don't hear.
Yeah.
Gucci.
That I've heard.
I've heard that before.
Just means good. So if you like something, it's Gucci.
Gucci bags.
Keep it 100. Keep it real.
Oh.
A ratchet. Someone who's obnoxious.
Ratchet.
Basically, our version would be trolling, but I guess this new generation uses ratchet.
I think I've heard that before.
Snatched. It means you look good, so if you beat your face and you show up to an event looking fabulous, you're snatched. Tea. Tea. It means gossip. So if you spill the tea about someone, it means you're talking behind their back.
I don't know about that, but I like me some tea.
Oh, the complete parent's guide to teen slang. What are teens saying these days? FOMO. Fear of missing out. Squad. Squad has been used recently too. Friend group, essentially.
That makes sense. I probably could have inferred that one.
Yep. TBH, acronym to be honest.
That I think I've heard.
That's just like internet slang that's been around forever, so it's...
Yep. I know it's lit is more recent.
Yeah, it's recent. I've heard that one.
I'm weak. Short for that was funny.
What?
What? That... Okay.
That is kind of weird.
Fam. Their closest friend.
That I've been hearing a lot lately.
Oh, yeah.
Friggin' Crump says that all the time.
Oh?
He says that and the goat thing all the time.
That's right, he does say goat.
Yeah. It's because he's this generation. He's that young generation.
Sort of. He's kind of like on the... He's right on the cusp of it.
Yep.
Goat. That one's funny. You could totally turn that into a creature idea.
Yeah. Be hip with all the kids.
Yeah. Well, you are trying to aim towards them, right?
Kiddish, yeah. Like low teens, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or so now.
Skirt. Means to go away. Throwing shade. To give someone a nasty look. Straight fire. Something that's hot or trendy.
Oh, I've heard people say like, "Oh, that's fire, man," or whatever.
Sip your tea is to mind your own business.
There's
Oh.
a lot of tea-related phrases going on here.
Oh, this one I've heard recently too. To ghost means to ignore somebody. Ghosting. Ignoring. Curve. To reject someone romantically.
Yeah, you mentioned that one earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This one's been around a little while. Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been around for a while.
Means poop. In some language, I heard it means poop.
Mm.
So I'm like, you're literally calling them poop.
OG means the original. Or the original.
Yeah, that one. I know that one. I've used that one a couple times.
Yep. Thick. With 2 C's. Looking good in your own skin, no matter your size or shape. Bourgeois. Rich or acting rich.
It's kind of weird.
Finne. Going to or intending to do something. Oh. Carmen is Evan's snack.
That's stupid.
A way to describe an attractive male or female.
What?
Okay then.
Just what? I mean, that one makes sense, but what?
Yeet. A very strong word for yes.
Yeet? Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I've seen yeet before.
I know a specific person that loves to bother you that uses that, I think.
Broly is very swole.
He says that. He sings that like one stupid song that goes yee.
Oh, here's another one for you. Broly is very swole. Means extremely buff or physically fit.
Yeah, swole's been around for a while.
That one I haven't heard as much. Dank. That one I know's been around.
Dank means.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
That's dank.
Yep. That one's big. Oh, my computer's lagging. Stop it.
A very specific one. Left me on read. When Snapchatting someone and opens up your snap, it doesn't snap back to you immediately.
Stop it.
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, some of these aren't even really used that much.
On fleek, though. That one still makes me laugh. That one's my favorite real silly one.
Lag!
Mm-hmm.
Or wait a minute. No, that's my tablet.
The tablet's just not
Tablet's
responding.
lagging, actually. Ah, jeez. Okay, there we go. That was stupid.
That was stupid.
We're good. We're good.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Seems fine.
Looks like we're still alive.
Yes.
You're breathing, do you breathing, do you breathing?
Where are those cartoons like so memorable? My goodness.
I know, it's crazy. Like, Ianthus and I, we quote something Cartoon Network related every stream. Never fails. I think we always do.
That's what they want. They want it to be imprinted in your memory forever.
Because they were like so incredibly like, it was kind of brilliant actually, just like how incredibly like they'd stick out like a sore thumb.
That's pretty nuts. I had a random network error on my end here. That's weird.
Yeah. It's back now though, so.
I have no idea what this is going to look like when I turn this off.
Oh, that's interesting. The clouds.
Yeah, the clouds actually look pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, and he looks like he's like almighty and like big and stuff. Actually.
That's the idea. That's what I was going for. Big old Destiny dragon. Big old.
That's a dragon, alright.
Big old dragon.
Did you use your brooch?
No, it's not my brooch. But I could use my brooch.
What was it this time?
Well, it's been a couple things actually. This was like a cloud brush. The one I'm on right now is sample brush 1.
Huh.
Whatever that is. With these things, I just kind of pick one and then just
Go with it.
Just poop it onto the picture, and then if it looks good, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll go with this.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love poop pictures?
Right.
Poopy pictures. I'm gonna look at a sky real quick. Google. See if there's any fancy things I can do with it. That would make sense for the image. And they can't see this, so meh.
Nah.
Oh my god, it's almost 2 in the morning.
That's all good. You're getting things accomplished, right?
Getting things done, but at the sacrifice of sleep.
Oh, you can still get plenty of sleep.
Yeah. You have off tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Or no, my hello?
Yeah.
Computer is lagging like crazy right now.
Ah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Sky. Sky. I mean, I'm looking up skies in my head. See, I have like this crazy photographic memory where I can recall any one thing that's happened in my life, and I can just, whenever I have to do research, I just go into I go Google. I mean, my mind. I find whatever I'm looking for. So,
Fine, your brain has a very good internet connection.
shh, don't know. It's not. I mean, it's kind of like internet, but not exactly.
Too funny.
Darker parts too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like really quickly looking at something, and then we'll just do mid.
Mm-hmm.
Looking like it's come together pretty well, though, that background especially.
Yes.
It's these brushes, man.
Yeah, they can really make a huge difference.
These brushes make all the difference. This is that key thing that I was missing from third year. Just like they gave us all these brushes.
It's good that they did. Helps quite a bit, right?
A little more special effecty type stuff. Yes. I think now we're down to 2 viewers.
I actually think it's just us.
Yep, everybody else was up. I'm done with these guys. Wow, the lag.
I was kind of impressive, though. We periodically got people coming in and out.
Yep. Way
Got
more
all
than
the way
I
up to
expected.
7.
7?
Yep.
There was a point there was 7?
Yep.
Really?
Even Ianthus in Zero Gaming hasn't seen 7 people yet.
Ah.
That's
Peaked
pretty
at 7. Granted, that was 3 of them was us, but yeah.
Kind of. It means I got 4 people. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I have to say.
4 people at once, anyway. Because I think there was people that were like coming and going.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of those.
That is usually the case. What was that cloud I was using? I think it was this.
But maybe that's the trick with Ianthus and Zero Gaming. It's just share on Twitter, share on Discord, share everywhere. Share, 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 share. I mean, I was sharing it before, but I feel like I had more sharing going on with this particular one. I'm sure the HTCG one definitely helps too.
Oh, you put it on them too?
Yep, I put it in the TerraZone subs channel.
Oh, nice. Good. I forgot to do that.
Well, I was on it.
Yeah, that's your thing, I guess.
I did my job.
Next time we pop up the announcement on Discord, we should also at everyone.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Yes.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Be alerted instead of just hoping that they happen to be looking.
Yeah, at least on the TerraZone one specifically.
Yeah, on the TerraZone one. Yep.
That's Mind Flayer's Discord, so.
Yeah. So, therefore, putting it in the sub channel would make more sense.
Yep.
Now, people would get mad if you were like obnoxious and just pinged everyone.
Maybe save. Might be a good idea.
Yeah. That would kind of suck if it didn't.
Yeah, just a bit. Let's see if we'll use my Bruce for this. Where is it? There it is.
I love that term.
My Bruce. My Bruce. Let's see if I can do some like windy, some sort of windy effect or something here.
That's looking like a pretty rare card.
Yeah.
It's rarish.
Now the question is, how do you hollow this card?
I think that'll come when the time comes. Maybe anything that is not Destiny Dragon or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's why they usually, with the hollow cards, make the backgrounds very simple. That's my guess.
I've seen some pretty complex, like, Pokemon cards, though, that had some pretty intricate backgrounds that were ultra rares.
I think the problem with this is it has an intricate foreground. That's what makes it hard to hollow.
Yeah, I could see that. Although it kind of depends how they do their techniques, like maybe you send like PSDs. That's something we haven't quite figured out just yet. Vectoring and what have you. Of course, it's as easy as like when we do get to that stage, it's like as long as you keep the PSD, you could always make changes.
Yep. If for some reason this isn't doable, then I'll just change it. There's not too many hollow cards compared to not hollow cards, so won't be that many of those changes.
That is very true.
Just going to town on this thing.
That's good.
All the special effects that I could think of to add.
Yep.
Especially because it's Destiny Dragon.
Yes.
Let's see what this looks like with Yeah, and the YouTube version of this, I'll just cut out a whole bunch of the parts where there's not a lot going on, I guess.
There you go.
Like a 3-hour video, and they're like, what is this?
You could like just have highlights or what have you.
Yeah, just do like highlights and stuff. I'll do highlights, probably, actually. That's a good idea.
That makes sense.
Nobody wants to see a 3-hour video, unless we're just that entertaining.
Right?
I think I am.
Hmm.
It's hard to tell.
Oh, interesting.
When you've overdone it.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Hard to tell when you think you're finished with this kind of thing.
Sometimes it's hard to know.
It really is. I'm even going back and forth between the wind and not, whether which looks better. The wind is actually kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, I don't think I like the wind that much on there.
Let's get rid of it. That's why we do layers, folks.
It's so funny. The way I've drawn Ianthus looks like teenage real Ianthus.
Subconscious.
Although, it is kind of loosely based off of him. It is his OC after all.
That would make sense.
Yes. He was very, very, very particular about the way I draw his horns. So I have to get that right. Gotta get them horns right.
Take a look at that dragon.
Hmm? Oh, I've been looking at the dragon.
It's Durgan.
Yeah, it's Durgan.
Yep.
And
Cool.
we're, unlike other card games, we're not making the dragon the boss of every single deck.
Right?
Yet.
Yet.
I mean, we like dragons, but like, not every deck. Because they feel like they can't make like a powerful enough feeling. I don't know. Is this better?
Hmm?
Is it better? I have the original Destiny Dragon up right now.
I think there might be a little bit of a lag.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my computer's not happy.
Maybe pull away the tabs or something like that for a nice back-to-back comparison.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my pinwheel to go away. Here we go. So like, I don't know, is that better? I don't know if it's showing the other tabs or not.
Lagging still a little bit.
Yeah.
But could already tell you, like, the new one definitely looks a lot cooler. The old one sort of has almost a comic booky feel to it.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that myself. Makes sense because of the school you were going to at the time.
Yep. And I've been away from that school for a couple of years now, so. Oh, geez, it's almost gonna be 3 years.
Oh wow.
Time
That's
going by
upsetting, I'm sure.
a little bit. It's a little
At
upsetting.
first, I liked the menacing look of the eyes on the original, but now that I'm looking at the new one, like especially like with the color added to it, I'm liking it way better.
See what it looks like in a card. Out of curiosity. It's gonna be really big at first.
Right away though, like when you showed us like the reveal of the line art, I could tell that there was a lot more like balance as far as like symmetry is concerned.
Yeah, it got a little better with symmetry. That's symmetrical.
And I immediately liked the inclusion of the other creatures in the background.
It's not quite. Let's see. I'd have to mess with it a little bit size-wise, but that's about what it would look like. I mean, our borders aren't like this though, so when we
Yeah.
do the layouts.
Plus, if you have like the PSD, you can kind of move things around a little bit as needed.
Yeah. But you're just real roughly looking at it. Yeah. Is better.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on with it, which is nice.
More interesting.
So I'm going for all of these. It's just there's a lot of the backgrounds of the other ones were just like really quickly done.
Yeah.
Too plain.
Yep. Like I just did like a simple gradient or something on Clock Row, and like Vortex Maiden had a little bit of cloudy stuff going on with one ray of light coming down. Most of them didn't have a whole lot going on.
It's alright. All the work you put into Destiny Dragon today, you just need to do it like 97 more times, was it?
7 more times, yep.
Alright.
What's that, like 6 hours worth of work, I think?
Oh, God.
Was that right?
Wait a minute. When did I start this? I want to say it was like 3 o'clock when I started this. After doing a bunch of was it 2:30? I mean, it was on and off. I wasn't working since 2:30. Otherwise, I've been working on this for 12 hours. Yeah, I don't remember when I started. I feel like it was 3 o'clock. And
let's assume like 3:30.
Yeah. So 3:30. And then I worked until. Jeez, was it 7?
You also had a little break where you were battling Taitu.
There were little breaks, a little bit of breaks here and there.
So I'm going to say like roughly like
7:30 I went to make dinner. Then Taitu and I played a game which took about, I want to say like 30 minutes.
No, it was longer than that because by the time we got the stream set up, it was like, I remember that because I was on a call with Ark, and that started at 8 o'clock, and we were done talking around 9:30. And at that point, you just finished a battle with Taitu. And then the actual stream you didn't get.
Yeah, we had a lot of setup time.
Up until like 10 o'clock, I want to say. So yeah, about 7 hours. About 7 to 8 hours worth of work put into this.
Working hard.
That's right. And you'll only get faster as time goes on. Like, you keep doing this.
This was also the mascot of the game, so there had to be a lot more time put into it. So there will be a lot of time put in the others too, but like this one demanded, I'd say, the most.
Demanded excellence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I guess
I actually...
If anything else that I'd add to it.
I almost want to say he feels more, like, powerful because, like, as we mentioned before, it almost looks like he's, like, pitying you, and he looks like he's looking down at us.
It's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
plus just the environment around him makes him look stronger.
Yeah.
basically.
All the creatures are like, whoa!
Yeah.
Who's that? Yeah, special treatment for Destiny Dragon having a bunch of wind affinity creatures around him.
Oh, yeah. Did you end up adding a flying pig in there or nah?
Oh, whoops. Alright, I guess I'll add that and then we'll call it.
Nice.
Disappointing he had this one after another.
Flying freaking pig.
That's a pretty simple one.
I'll throw him in here somewhere. There it is. Alright. Where do we put the flying pig? Oh, I know just the place.
Oh.
I know just the place. I'm gonna put him. Well, first we want to get like the line to be close to this stroke. I think I've been doing badly. We're gonna put him. Let's see. Balance wise, we already got. Yeah, top is done. We're not gonna put him down here. Chances are this is where all the information is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put him right over here. We'll be in here. So we got a pig, flying pig. Let's see, hit the stroke. Yeah, it's about the. Okay. So do like a real quick pig-like thing. And you know, I'm probably not gonna. Let's just do that. That. That.
Nah.
Nope. That. Tail will be behind him. We'll make his arms out. Derp. And then he's got these wings. Probably can't tell it's flying pig because it's very far away, but actually no, it's
At least you can say he's there.
Kind of depends if you, like, pull him out. If he's, like, readable or not.
Let's go one more strike. Similar. Just make it pink and like a fat body.
Yeah.
Stub feet. Wings. And as long as I give him his colors. So it's like a pink color. Oops, I just realized I did something stupid. That was the wrong layer. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna redraw this again, which is fine because it's simple. Line art layer. There we go. Instead of freaking whatever layer that is.
No.
Link. Let's do this.
Maybe I'll do some Chrono Trigger fan art tomorrow or something to get people hype.
Let's see.
Good.
Chrono Trigger is the art is
Akira
like,
Toriyama.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you should
To
feel right.
Draw Chrono telling Frieza that he's going to see what a real Super Saiyan looks like.
And I'm not talking about Goku. Put him in that like Trunks pose. And I'm not talking about
Sure
Goku.
there's actually art of Chrono like that, like official art of him in that pose basically already.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's like got that cocky like his like neck is like tilted in such a way.
Yep.
Huh.
Except Chrono can't say anything because he's a silent protagonist.
Ah. But in fan art, you can make whatever you want happen.
True.
Yeah, you could do whatever. You could do whatever. Whatever you want. Oh man, Destiny Dragon. Oh man.
Hmm.
Just how long it took
Ah.
to do this.
Oh, that's right. Taitu hasn't seen what the new banner is essentially going to look like.
Nope.
Let me show you.
Okay.
Like a rough idea. I'll send it via Discord.
Okay.
There's that. And then there's this. Although, did it come out upside down? Oh, it came out upside down. Let me take that again.
I can infer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That looks good.
There's one more close-up I'll send. Oh, phone died. Well, you get the idea.
Yeah, no, I see it. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's good. Good work.
Good work. Good work. Well, I don't know how this is gonna come out. this stream. At least on Twitch.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Find out once I finish, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Well then, I guess we'll call it here.
Yeah.
2 in the morning or so.
Quite light.
Indeed.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yes, we did it.
Thanks for joining in on this first stream, KLDraco and Taitu.
Yep. Anytime.
Definitely helped make this more interesting.
Yes, commentary is always good.
It is good. Now we know the setup, so we can do this again sometime.
Yeah.
And I might stream tomorrow's card. We'll see.
There you go.
Maybe the one after that.
Yeah.
It'll depend.
Very true.
I'll have to get over to your place at a decent time as well, so I have to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Nice.
Check. Red chat. My computer's not happy right now because it's all the stuff going on at once. I'm sure when I start quitting all these programs, it's gonna be like, oh, finally, I can stop hyperventilating.
Too funny.
But yeah, guys, we pretty much have the first card redone. Only 97 more to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doing some slight tweaks with the sizing and stuff. It's gonna go in a card. Well, also once the layout's done too.
That too, yeah. Which is pretty close, actually.
And boom. Yeah, we're getting pretty close with that.
Nice. I suppose now you could drop that in the share folder.
Well, I guess if we want to salvage, like in case something happens to this guy.
Yeah.
If it's in Dropbox, it'd be safe. I mean, I have the backup drive too, but I don't know. It depends though, because like we only have so much room on Dropbox.
Well, a lot of room, but
yes.
I don't know if I could put PSDs on there though.
You can. I transferred one to my iPad actually.
Okay.
It's literally just folders on a computer.
Yep.
I guess I'll make a backup folder in the TerraZone section.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So yeah.
Nice.
Hope you enjoyed. Anyone who did watch this or will watch this in the future, because I'll be uploading like a edited version for YouTube at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if the Twitch one even comes out. I don't really know at this point, but at least it'll be on YouTube. So for those who didn't get to see it tonight,
there you go.
To see it later.
Nice.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Awesome.
More in the future. So anyway, that'll do it, guys. Stay tuned for more TerraZone contents.
Awesome.
Later.
Later.